بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. قال سيدنا ومولانا جعفر بن محمد الصادق عليه أفضل الصلاة والسلام: رحم الله شيعتنا، خلقوا من فاضل طينتنا وعجنوا بماء ولايتنا، يحزنون لحزننا ويفرحون لفرحنا. Shia of Ali ibn Abi Talib comes to the months, and whenever there is an occasion, a festival, an event that makes Ahlul Bayt happy, they are happy, they are joyful, they celebrate. Whenever there is a martyrdom, a death, a shahada, we commemorate, we are sorrowful, we cry, our tears are drawn. Every month of Islamic calendar comes with it an occasion, an event, a unique essence that makes it different from other months. For example, when it comes to the month of Ramadan, Shahr Ramadan al-Mubarak, we come into this month and we fast. We come to this month and we recite the Holy Book more than other months. We come to this month and we remember that we are getting closer and closer and closer to the nights of Qadr. Every month has its own unique essence. When it comes to Dhul Hijjah, we enter a month that is known for pilgrimage, Hajj Baytullah al-Haram. When we come closer to the month of Muharram and Safar, we know now it's a time to put up the black clothings, to wear black, to be sorrowful, to commemorate the martyrdom of Imam al-Hussain, to remember the legacy of Hussain, the saga of Hussain, to cry for Abu Abdullah al-Hussain salamullahi alayhi, and above all these, to renew our allegiance to our third Imam, the master of youth of paradise, to the master of all martyrs. We enter this month, Muharram, and the month of Safar, and we dedicate our life for Imam al-Hussain salamullahi alayhi. Everyone does this. Whoever calls themselves Shia, whether they are religious or not, they say, for the respect of Hussain, I will not sing. For the respect of Imam al-Hussain, I will not laugh. For the respect of Imam al-Hussain, I wear black. For the respect of Imam al-Hussain, I enter the Majlis. I gather in the Majlis. I sit down and I listen to the speech. I listen to the ziyarah of Imam al-Hussain, to ziyarat Ashura. I listen to the Latmiyyah. I become one of the people who commemorates the martyrdom of Imam al-Hussain. And I renew my allegiance toward Abu Abdullah al-Hussain. And I remember that day, the day of Ashura, when Imam al-Hussain stood and he said, Ala min nasiran yansurana, Ala min mu'inin yu'inuna. Is there anyone that can come and help me, can be part of my army, can come and show his allegiance toward me, support me? We remember that cry of Imam al-Hussain salamullahi alayhi, and we say, Labbayka ya da'i Allah, kana lam yujibka badani عند استغاثتك. When I wasn't there to give my life for you, now I give my eyes, I give my tongue, I give my years, I give my life toward serving you, toward remembering your legacy, to make my life a life of Hussain. Gathering this Majalis of Imam al-Hussain comes with it many benefits. Imam al-Sadiq alayhi afdalus salati was salam says in one of his hadith من جلس مجلسا يحيي فيه أمرنا لم يمت قلبه يوم تموت القلوب. Whoever comes and gathers in a gathering that they remember Ahlul Bayt alayhim afdal salati was salam, they remember their legacy, their stories, their ahadith. What happens to the heart of that mu'min who gathers in this majalis? يحيي فيه أمرنا لم يمت قلبه, his heart doesn't die in a day that all hearts die. This heart of ours, that it's filled with darkness, filled with ghiba, namima, lies, kadhib, that it's filled with sins, that it dies. In the majalis of Abdullah al-Hussain, it comes back to life. It enlightens, it comes and it shines. Because of Imam al-Hussain salamullahi alayhi, the benefits of entering this majalis is this, that it's a boost for our spirituality, for our religious duties. We remember the day that Imam al-Hussain stood and he prayed, and his companions, they were martyred for the Imam to finish his prayer. We remember that day and remember the importance of prayer. We remember that day that the Imam stood there facing 40,000 enemy combatants for the sake of Islam, for the sake that this Islam, the Islam of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam, comes back to life. Al-Islam Muhammadiyul Wujud wa Husainiyul Baqa. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam was the founder of Islam, and Imam al-Hussain gave back Islam alive. The Islam that was dying, that was fading, vanishing. Rasulullah gave it life, and Imam al-Hussain, when he saw that this Islam of Rasulullah, his grandfather, after his death, 50 years after the Prophet's death, this Islam was dying. Imam al-Hussain gave back this Islam life with his blood. He revived Islam. He revived the religion of his grandfather Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Entering the majalis of Imam al-Hussain has many benefits, brothers and sisters. I'll list to you a couple of them. Number one, coming to the majalis of Imam al-Hussain is considered a worship. Number two, you come to the majalis of Imam al-Hussain, Ahlul Bayt alayhim afdal salati was salam, they pray for you. Number three, you enter the majalis of Imam al-Hussain salamullahi alayh. You remember Imam al-Hussain salamullahi alayh. Ahlul Bayt alayhim afdal salati was salam become happy. They pray for you. They supplicate for you. Number four, it destroys the sins. Number five, entering the majalis of Imam al-Hussain salamullahi alayhi has a reward that makes you pass through the sirat much faster. Number six, brings back your heart to life. And number seven, it increases your tawfiq. It increases that spirituality, because Imam al-Hussain has that power. Brothers and sisters, this year because of the pandemic, this year because of COVID-19, we are not fortunate enough to have all this majalis that we had last year, these gatherings that we had last year, this commemoration that we had last year. This year, the majalis are less than last year, unfortunately. But the remembrance of Imam al-Hussain is more. It has increased. Everyone now remembers Imam al-Hussain in their houses, online. And I ask every one of you to dedicate a room in your house for Imam al-Hussain. Every room in our house must be dedicated for Imam al-Hussain. Not every room, if you can't, one room must be dedicated for it to be a Husainiyah, for it to be for Imam al-Hussain remembrance. For us to wake up in the morning with the name of a Hussain on our mind, and for us to put our head on the pillow in the dead of night that we want to sleep with Hussain in our mind. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward us all for remembering Imam al-Hussain salamullahi alayh. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us qariban ajilan the ziyarah of Aba Abdullah al-Hussain salamullahi alayh and atabat al-aliyat and his intercession in the hereafter.